Hi guys, we're back. I will be posting. This will be our last post for this semester, but I just want to say I look so forward to when we can see your faces again. And for those that are graduating, we are so proud of you. You go out there, you'll be able to pass your exams if you practice all the procedures you've been doing as you were in school for your state board exams. You will be fine. Just keep practicing them over and over. Get your time down, and you'll be fine. Don't stress out. I know when we test, it is what it is. We always get that test anxiety. I know I do. But their breathing techniques, go as couples and groups. Get your room, go the night before, study, but, just, for your written or whatever, however you want to do it, but buddy up if you can so you'll have that support system. But you will be fine. Just do the same thing you were doing in school as we practice on the state board exams and perfect that time, perfect that skill. And we just look forward to hearing all the great reports and your passing, and congratulations on your graduation. Don't know the ins and outs of that yet, but we are so proud of you. Just to see your growth from when you first came in to now you're going on to the next phase of your career. You're going into the workforce as a professional cosmetology after you pass that state board. Okay. And keep us in a loop so we'll know if we come visit you or whatever. And we're always here for you for whatever questions you may have. We are here for you. But last week we talked about the clippers of your choice, how to choose clippers and everything like that. So like I say, when that time allows you, you get out and put them in your hand so you can feel them, to choose what works for you. Make sure it's ergonomically fit and it feels good, and you're protecting your wrist from carpal tunnel, because you're going to be repeating the same things over and over again in this field, whether it be color, cuts, perms, all those little tedious things. But we just want you to be safe as you go out here and make your money. So we're just going to talk about the guards that come with your clipper some, and give you a little techniques. Every clipper set usually come with guards. If they don't usually have them all, but they usually have 1 through 8. And as you were using them in school, it usually tell you the number right here. Like I say, if you want to they have magnetic ones, but you just got to make sure they're universal and they fit your clippers. Okay, there's so many different types. The colorful ones, colorful, different colors. Just let you know after you use them enough, you'll know what this color yellow, that number is. But I want to show you it has your number here, and it tells you how much it's going to be, 1 inch. So a number 8 is going to leave 1 inch of hair on the head. Okay. And it also tells you that it's a 25 millimeter. Okay. So your number 8, if somebody don't know, this is where all your studying have come in. I usually ask, when was the last time you got a haircut? Because we know how much the hair usually grows within a month. Okay, from 1/2 inch to 1 inch. It could be less. The hair grows slower in the winter time, because what do coldness do? It constricts. It tightens everything up, and it's harder for the blood flow to go through there, unless they're taking like biotin or something like that, which I always tell my clients to take biotin. It's strictly for the hair, and it's going to help promote that growth. Just give it time. But it tells you you're going to have 1 inch of hair left on the head. So if they say, it's been about 2 months, so hey, you probably need to take about 1 inch off, between 1/2 inch, and you show them your combs, your standard combs are marked with the numbers, the inches, so they can actually see. And if your comb isn't, your pinky, from the top of your pinky to this first little crease, is an inch. So if they say like an inch and you show them that, they were like, oh, okay, that's good. But if they say, whoa, that looked like too much, 1/4, 1/3, half, on up. So you can show them like that. But like I say, I always have a comb where it has that the inches on them. A standard comb usually most of them have those inches up on them. I think it's 12 inches, I think, or 10 or something like that. But y'all know I do carbon combs, so I always keep a comb just to show them, if not a ruler, but you have to show them, excuse me guys, what it is. But they'll come, your guards will come through 1 through 8. Okay, and we've talked about these numbers. Okay, some may look different, but it will tell you how much hair is going to have left. You're going to have 1 inch of hair left for this number 8. On the 7th, you will have 7/16 of an inch of hair. So it breaks it down layman's terms for you. Okay, so you want to make sure they nice. This won't stab the head. It depends on what clipper you have in your kits. Remember, these are students' kits. I find that they're a little bit sharper, and they're not. It depends on which clipper set they put in your kit. And they're not as sturdy. So if you drop this on the floor, this one is nice, built, sturdy, that I drop it, it won't break. But once I drop it, we know what we have to do. Disinfect, clean and disinfect that's why I have like 3 to 4 sets of these. Okay, because like I told y'all, I drop combs. I may drop these, so if I do, I'm gonna go ahead and disinfect this for the 10 minutes in an EPA registered Barbicide, Marvicide, whatever type. They have the citrus, all of that that you spray. But Wahl do have a spray that is a 3-second disinfectant spray. And when you spray it on there, on your tools or whatever, after you clean them, 3 seconds, you can use this again. So that may be something you want to purchase as well. But all of these tell you plain as day. So if a guy come in there and say, most guys know what guards they use, but if they don't, you have to ask the questions. How long have it been since you had a haircut? How much are you looking to take off? Sometimes you have to get visual with them, especially if the hair's growing out. We know the guys are wearing longer hair now. The new mullets are coming. The mullets are coming back with a little twist, which I think is very cute. But the flat top is coming back. All of these things you need to know when it comes to your guards. But like I say, these guards come in your package from 1 to 8. And what I want to talk to you about is the 2 guards, because when you are fading, say for instance, they say, I want 1 inch of hair on the top and fade it down to 0. Your longest, the inch, is going to give you a number 8. Take that off first. That inch of hair is left there on that head. If they say they want a low, you working with these, you working in zones. Zone 1, zone 2, zone 3. Okay, that's what they mean. Low, medium, high, grade, or fade. Or high and tight. You in this zone right here. Okay, this parietal zone right up in here. Okay, high and tight, you got to leave room so you can fade that up into the 1 inch. Because you don't want to have like line. And that's what we call stacking. Okay. So if the longest hair on that head is 1 inch and they want to fade it down to a 0, you're going to take your clippers with no guard on all the way with the blade down, and you work your way up. Or if you want to take bulk out to about right in here and then work your way up, whatever your system is. I like to remove bulk first. I'm working smart and not hard, so I remove all of my bulk up in here. I know this is a 1. Inch left hair, longest hair, so this is number 8. So right in here, I'm going with a 7. And that's what we call stacking the guards. Okay. 8, I'm stacking them. 7, 6, you know, and then you can go on down. That's what we call stacking, or when you start putting them in, you're going to be scrubbing, okay, what we call scrubbing. And I want to show you when we talk about healing a guard, this is healed. See how that heel and that clipper is on there? So when you heal it, it's going to automatically fade. A lot of good videos on YouTube from barbers about that. But that's something that's going to come with practice. You practicing on how to fade, okay? But the 2 guards I want to talk to you about that don't come in the kit, that is going to be a big plus to you and make you not have to do clipper over comb, is this one, which is a 3/16, and it's a 4.5 millimeter. And I'm gonna show you, I don't have my number 2 up here, but in your kit, when your clippers come, you're gonna have a 1 and a 2. This one is gonna be between that 1 and 2. Okay, so we call this a 1.5. Okay, the 2 is a little bit bigger than this. So when you're fading, if you don't want to have to go in there with clipper over comb, this make it so easy. And remember your level, your adjustable thing on the side, the clippers, each notch or each click, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's how you're going to do that. And that's going to come with practice. Like I say, once you practice on those mannequins and you, from your long cuts on down to where you can start clipper cutting. If your husband, you know, your brother, your nephews will let you practice the clipper cuts. Anybody that will let you practice, that's not going to make you nervous, go for it. Go for it. But this baby right here is going to make it easy for you to keep stacking. So once I get down here, 0, you know, 0, then I'm going to a 1/4. And that's as far as your blade go without any guard. Then you're going to have this one. Okay, this is what's next before your 1. Okay, this one is your 1/16. So this to give you the least hair from the 0. Okay, once you've reached that 0 and went to that 1/4, this is next. So it will help you go from there to when you get finished with that, in between the 1 and a 0. So this one is in between. So if we're going to line them up like they would go, I don't have my clippers with me, but it will be over here would be my clippers with no guard on it, okay? No guard whatsoever. And you see how these teeth get small? They are tiny, tiny, tiny teeth. So, but this is the one right after you get from that 1/4 with your adjustable blade up on your clippers. So you got it down to where it's 0. And you just notch it up. Once you, like I said, work in your zones. You got to learn to work in little increments until you know, get your feel of how to make sure it's just a boom, bam, pow, even fade. Okay? That's where your tips going to come in at. When they can look and see that their fade is nice. Even when you're starting out and you're not the best, they still, when they see the quality of work that you put in, remember quality work, but then you work on your speed. Remember, in this field, time is money. I want to work with speed, but I also want to make sure that when they step out of there, because that's my name walking out there. If I never ever have had to pay for advertisement, every person that I do is my advertisement. So I have to put that in there, treat them like I wanted to be treated, you know, when I sat in that chair. So that's what you have to do. But this is right. I'm stacking them just like they're going to be stacked when you use them. Your clipper going to be over here with no guard, which is a 0. And up to when the blade is up, which is a 1/4. Okay? 0 to a 1/4. Then after that 1/4, you put this blade on and you put it back down. Okay? So, because you can't just jump from a 1/4 to this one way up, because then you have a little shading there. So that's what we call stacking our guards. Okay? Same thing right here. Clipper on this side right before this one. But these two babies will keep you from having to put clipper over comb in this. And that's a skill you have to learn, clipper over comb. Remember when we were talking about the combs and I showed you the real flimsy comb that went, you know, about this wide to that, I mean, real thin and skinny. That's because it can fit right up into the head to where you get real close and do clipper over comb. Okay, and those are things that we had before these two guards came out. Okay, so that, like I say, these two babies are your going to help you save, but these don't come in your group of clippers. Okay, they're gonna come separately. So I mean, I think I got like 3 of these each, because like I say, you drop one, you want to go ahead and disinfect it unless you have the 3-second spray from Wall that disinfects. We go back and use it. Okay, so you can go ahead and I will add these 2 to my clipper guards. Okay, so that's something I wanted y'all to see. Start building your clippers up. Have more than one set. And if the guards that you have in your school set, go ahead and get you a more sturdier set. That, like I say, they come in colors. You can get the purple ones from Andy's that's magnetic, but just make sure they fit on your clippers. But Wall usually have a universal, and Andy's have a universal too. So that's what I wanted to talk to you about today. And get in there and practice on fading. Like I say, right now we on lockdown. We still can go out, but you got uncles, you got brothers, you got granddaddies, you got boyfriends, you got husbands, you know, that you can practice on. You know, that's what they're there for. And they make it more comfortable for you if you're making mistakes, because what? You can always go shorter and cut. That's how I learned. My brother let me cut. That's how I learned to do designs, because I jacked up his head the first time I cut it. But I said, hold on, let's just put the designs in it. And then all his friends started coming. So, hey, that's where we started this at. Pretty sure that's where a lot of designs came from. Every cut that you see, symmetricals, is from a mishap. But then we take it up, an asymmetrical, with somebody jacking up a symmetrical. And then they ran with that. So everything comes from out of our mistakes, but we make it work. Don't be afraid. Don't let them see fear on your face. Remember, if you're going into a franchise, they are there to help you. They have people in there, the managers. Mostly everybody work as a family in those places. So that's something you go in and you become a part of a family. And they're going to help you. They're going to train you. They're going to send you. I know Great Clips send you to a cutting class. You know, when you get in there, you can practice. You're going to have plenty of practice in places that just haircut, sport clips and all those, because a lot of the military guys go there. And it is scary when you start fading and you see these guys coming there with this cut, clean, crisp fade, you know, but you just got to remember, you're beginning. And, you know, let your manager know, hey, I don't feel comfortable. I want to work on this some more. And they got mannequins. You can go buy you a mannequin, you know, things like that. When people throwing away mannequins because the hair is short, hey, let me have that mannequin so I can practice with it. So just get them out. You know, all the mannequins you bought in school, there are people selling them. You think, hey, I'll give you $1 for that mannequin. You know, hey, if they just want that, because I'm just going to cut it up into a nice fade. So that's what I want y'all to work on. You know, your clipper cuts, fading, you know, bring them family members in, little nephews and things like that. You know, you're practicing because, you know, we can't charge for nothing, but they're your family and they're going to let you work on those things, work on them because they're there for you. So once again, practice, but go out and get these 2 little babies. Okay. Your 3/16, which is going to be in between your 1 and your 2. We call this a 1.5. And your 1/16, which is going to be between your 0 on your clippers and your 1. And these will make your fading technique so much better. When I got these babies, never again. You know, I may have to go in there a time, but when you even run to a little way, there's a way you can hold them clippers at a 45-degree angle to kind of go in there and soften that line. But that's how you get through your training. You got to work at it. You got to keep doing it. You can't just stop after one. Like I say, go ahead and recruit those family members while you on lockdown. Just practice. Their hair usually grow within a week or two. So a week, really. Men, so if that's your brother in the house, hey, start with your longest one. Do shears on the top and just learn to fade like a 3-2-1. Use your 3-2-1 on the sides, to your parietal. That's where you 3, that's the zone, 2, and 1. And work on getting your stimulus check came, get you some good clippers and some good trimmers. Or, ask your family members to get that for you. But I just want to hear about some of you when you're practicing on them family members and things like that, or your mannequins. I want to hear your results. Post those pictures of your fade. Like I say, start with a 3-2-1 or 5-4-3. It'll be longer on the sides, but then, hey, do it where it's longer to where you can work your way down. Do all shears over, like a 90-degree cut, till you can't, it's too short on the sides or whatever. Leave that on the top so you can pompadours. Prohibition cuts, something like what I have, where all this is gone right here and the hair is long right in the middle. Those things like that, all those cuts, they're very popular. The mullet, the new twist on the mullet is in, more shaggy. Young guys are bringing that back. So you got to learn these techniques, and get those mannequins and let your family members, your little nephews that's wearing those mullets, look at that cut, go through there and dissect that cut and see where it is. Pull it out and see what degree. If it's coming straight out, you got no hair, that's a 90. If it's coming straight out and you got a point up, you want to bring that up. If you coming straight out and got that down, you want to bring it down to 45. It's degrees all between a 180 and 45, and then down to clippers. That's why we, you practice in school and you practice those cuts. So like I said, post your fades on there. Start with your longer guards. Don't jump to these until you got enough hair to really fade from like a half or a 2 down to a 0. Okay, so that's what we wanted to talk about. I just wanted to show you this little baby. When guys have beards, and if you're not good with the beard mate, remember they got different shaped beards. You can take this. If you get a good clipper, you turn your clipper to the side and it will give you that nice curve, those things you want to look at. But if it's square, there you go. That's how you use this. And it got the little combs on there where you need to go in there and fade. If you're not doing that, I just thought this was real neat and I wanted to show it to you. So when the guys have the little curve, put it up against where you see the hair and where it stops with their goatee line here. And you just take your clippers there, along there, and clean it up and bring it straight out. There's your line right there. And this is a curved one. Like I said, this is the square, when you see the square, things like that. So get you one of these, a beard mate. They all on Amazon. Very cheap. But this came with my straight razor kit. So it's nice and sturdy, but it's a little flexible if you, like I say, press into the skin. And this will be good if you using the color on the beards too. Depends on where you work at. So just wanted to throw that one out there to you. They got all kind of neat little things now when you make life a little easier in this field till you get good with freehanding. Like I said, today will be the last post for this semester. Who knows what the future holds? So we had to come out of our comfort zone. Love you, Miss Batten. Love you, Mr. Rick, for pushing us out of our comfort zones and doing things. But we just look forward to where we can see you face to face. And once again, for those that are graduating, please keep us in the loop and contact information on Facebook. A lot of us on Facebook together. So we like to see your progress, and we are so proud of you all. Even those that haven't graduated, we're proud of you for even getting and navigating through this time of COVID shut in. And even though they're lifting it, you still need to be careful because it's just been lifted. You know, haven't been down long enough to cut it off. But be safe, and we'll stay connected. You know, Facebook, Instagram, all those good things. If you need any of us, we are here. You have our numbers, Miss Batten number and all of that stuff. But we are so proud of you, okay? Go out there, you know, when they open us back up, make some money, and do you, and don't be afraid to be you. Be the best you can be. You're 1 in a million, okay? So just saying, post those pictures in Craven Now. This will be under Did You Know 115A. And just look forward to seeing you all again, okay? Bye.